is my king. He is my one. Yes, he's my father. Yes, he's my son. I can talk to him, cause he understands everything I go through and everything I am. He's my support system. I can't live without him. The best thing since sliced bread is his kiss, his hugs, his lips, his touch. And I just want the whole world to know about my black brother. I love you, and I'll never try to hurt you. I want you to know that I'm here for you forever true. Cause you're my black brother, strong brother, and there is no one above you. I want you to know that I'm here for you forever true. He's misunderstood. Some say that he's up to no good around the neighborhood. Well, for your information, a lot of my brothers got education. Now check it. You got your Wall Street brother, your blue collar brother, you're down for whatever, chilling on the corner brother, your talented brother, and to every one of y'all behind bars, you know that Angie loves you. My black brother, I love you. I'll never try to hurt you. No. I want you to know that I'm here for you forever true. Cause you're my brother, strong brother. There is no one above you. I want to know that I'm here for you forever true. My black brother, I'll never hurt you. I want you to know that I'm here for you forever true. Brother, strong brother, there is no one. There is no one. I want you to know that I'm here for you forever true. You mean so much to me. You give me what I need. I'm so proud. I said I'm so proud. I love you for staying strong. You got it going on. I'm so proud of you. Going through thick and thin, brothers, you gonna win. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Whenever you're facing doubt, brothers gonna work it out. I'm so proud. I got unshakable faith. You're my black brother. I love you. I'll never try to hurt you. I want you to know that I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Cause you're my brother, strong brother. There is no one other. I want you to know that I'm here for you. Only you. I want that I'm here for you forever true. Cause you're mine. Every one of y'all, you know that Angie loves you. Every one of y'all. Every one of y'all, you know that
to the back and you in the middle, just remember, everybody's watching. Just give them something to see. Let them see it. Are you watching me? Watch this. Or you want to stop me? You can't stop this. That's the mentality that you must have in yourself. Don't you dare give up now. It's okay. Yeah, it hurt a little bit, but I can feel it. I know what that pain feels like. And I know how to keep marching. And I know how to keep moving. And I know how to get productive in my life. Can't stop what you didn't create. You can hate it, but you can't dominate it. Because it belongs to me.
All I know is my music will live forever. I be looking in the mirror like none of these niggas better try me. Nah, these niggas, they better never. All that Ivy is what they gon' need to get better. Feel me? I'm the wrong one if you try and use me. Communicate, cause I'll get gone if you start confusing me. I know my worth, made it out the mud to the dirt. I was told never give up. See how that work? Look, shorty's always asking what my passion like. I'm a cameraman, but make music about life. I record myself, then shoot my vids in the real time. Usually solo, cause a lot of niggas turn slime. Other artists don't support unless you dick ride. That's why if you ain't gang, then I don't say hi. I don't drink no more, little mama, but I stay high. And I live alone, you bad, you should come by. Hey, this is personal. You can count on me, I count on you. You ride for me, I'ma ride for you. If they get enemy, they mines too. They violate, I'm violating too. And they can take it personal.
I like to say this. Let's first define what mental health is, because in the faith-based community, we really do not understand what mental health is. And everybody in here has mental health. You all do not have a mental illness, but you do have mental health. Okay? And so let me break it down even further. Mental health is how you live, how you love, and how you laugh. That is mental health. How you live, how you love, how you laugh, how you show up in the world. That is mental health. And a lot of us, especially in black and brown communities, church has been our foundation. So we come in church with our trauma, and we do not know how to distinguish between our trauma and our pain and the sensation and the exuberance we get in the spirit. And a lot of times, what you said, we don't talk about sex and money. Look at my counselors right there. They come talk about sex and money in these therapy sessions, because what you don't talk about causes pain and causes frustration. And we're a silent church when it comes to real issues. Everything that was talked about thus far tonight is mental health. Everything from where you live, how you access finances, how you start a business, all that has to start with mental health. If you are not healthy, you can't grow anything. Mental health is the foundation. So everything that we're talking about starts with your mental health and how you perceive, because how you perceive something may not be the truth. We live, there's the idea. They're talking about the idea. Most of you live in the real. There's a gap. Counseling helps you bridge the ideal with the real. I like to.
You hear it from everybody, especially our fathers. You need to man up. But you never open up and you wear silence like a shield, hiding wounds that were never healed. In the gym, you bench press through the pain, but in the mirror, you fight the strain. This month, we speak for the voiceless cries because even strong men cry inside. Welcome to Daily Dose of Blue, where we are celebrating June's Mental Health Month. Grand rising, grand afternoon, or grand evening, depending on what time of day you are watching Daily Dose of D. I am your host, aka Goddess D of Love. Welcome to Daily Dose of D, where we talk about love, relationships, family, music, and everything in between. But today, here at Daily Dose of D, I wanted to do something a little special. We are talking about mental health. This month, the month of June, is Men's Mental Health Month. And I wanted to talk about it. Yes, that's what I wanted to talk about today here on Monday, which is going to be called Mental Health Monday. And so you should know what the word of the day is then. It's mental health. It includes our emotional, psychological, and social well being. It affects how we think, feel, and act. And as we cope with life, it also helps determine how we handle stress, relate to others, and make choices. And also on this Mental Health Monday, we have a quote of the day, and that is men cry, men break down, men get anxiety, men feel insecure, men get abused, men have emotions, men have mental illness. It's not unmanly to struggle. Let's support man. Let's encourage man. Don't belittle or silence men. Men struggle too. Yes. So I wanted to talk about mental health since it's June, Men's Mental Health Month. And I'm just noticing how this came up because I did see it, but I didn't see it a lot. So this is what I noticed in society today. There's a lot of things to help the children, to help women. But when it comes to men, I don't see it that often. And just talking to my sons and other my friends that are male, they go through struggles too. And sometimes I think we take that for granted. But today I want to talk about mental health. So our title for today's Daily Dose of D is June, Men's Mental Health Month, Breaking the Silence. Yes, it's Mental Health Month. So before we go into the depth of it, I wanted to talk about who started men's mental health. Do you want to know that? The origin of it, right? Who actually started it? Who came and said, you know what? Men need to have a mental health month, and we're going to go ahead and do it. So what happened was Senator Bob Dole introduced and passed this bill in 1994, when in June, initially, it was a week-long observance. So while the Mental Health Americans and other organizations reorganized it to have it be a full month in June. Yes. So it started with Senator Bob Dole in 1994, and it was once just 1 week. But once the Mental Health America and organizations reorganized it, they decided to make it June as Mental Health Awareness Month. So this is dedicated to men's mental health. And it was driven by Senator Dole. Excuse me. So with it being Mental Health Month, it's observed every June. Now I find this quite intriguing because guess what? People celebrate Father's Day in June as well, right? So this is a whole month that we are dedicated to recognize men's mental health. So in 2002, the Men's Health Network, which is a nonprofit organization, their mission was to simply bring awareness to preventable health problems, both in boys and men, especially the ones that go unseen, like depression, anxiety, and suicide. Okay, so we know the origin of how June's Mental Health Month started. So before we get into the subject again, let me go ahead and put this up so that everyone has this. And here we go. So some things may cause a trigger warning. So I just want to put this out to everybody so that they are aware that there can be some triggers expressed, okay? So let's go ahead and talk about mental health. The next thing we're going to go ahead is go into the definition of mental health. I love the clip at the beginning because we as society, right, when we hear, I know I used to think when I hear mental health that meant that there was actually an issue, right? There's actually something wrong with somebody. But mental health, like she said, is your love, your life, your finances, everything. Now, what we need to focus on is mental illness. Because mental health is like physical health, right? You have to take care of your physical health. If you don't take care of your physical health, you could get an illness, sick, or even worse, right? The same with mental health. So, what is mental health? Let me go ahead and give this definition of mental health again. Mental health is your emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how you think, how you feel, how you act, how you relate to others, how you manage stress, make choices. So for men, they struggle isn't just emotional. Let's keep this in mind. It could be generational. It's tied to outdated beliefs that vulnerability is a weakness. Yes. So now we have the clear definition of mental health. We know what that mental health is, right? It is like I stated before, your emotional, psychological, and well-being. We're going to talk about mental illness, which is your health, your mental health being affected, and how it affects men today. Okay? So let's go on to our next subject. Men and mental health, the hidden crisis. Men, unfortunately, die from unalive themselves nearly 4 times more than women. Yet, let me make sure I get this right. Want to get these statistics. Okay. Yet, men are 70 to 80% likely to seek therapy or counseling. Male depression, if it goes undiagnosed, it manifests in different ways: anger, workaholism, substance abuse. Rather than sadness, these other things start to develop. 75% of men has substance abuse related unaliving. And this is in the United States. So the Black, Latino, and indigenous men face additional mental health disparities due to racial trauma, poverty, and neglect. While we women are statistically more likely to be diagnosed with anxiety and depression, men are more likely to be unalive from the results of untreated mental issues, mental illness, mental health issues. So the hidden crisis is that the numbers for these men are greater in the US. Let me go ahead and share something else with you. Okay, here we go.
Approximately 600,000 men a year, 58,000 men a month, 14,000 men a week, 2,000 men every day, and 86 men every hour, which turns out to be approximately 2 men every minute, take their own life by suicide. June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Check in with the men in your life every single day. Ask them how they're feeling or how they're doing.
Yes, when I seen those statistics, my heart got sad and I felt some type of way. And I just want you to know that we, indigenous, brown, men in general, but especially I'm going to speak to my culture because I could do that. We need to recognize that this is really an issue. And we need to be supportive with our men. So now I want to talk about why are so many men silent struggling? Why are they struggling? Why are they struggling in today's society? Well, one of the things is social conditioning. When from childhood, and I have been guilty of doing this to my boys myself, and I have to go back and apologize for this. We have told them not to cry, be tough. Real men don't talk about feelings. Man up. These messages that we are sending to our men creates emotional suppression that goes into adulthood. So social conditions, we see this all the time. Y'all know this. I know I used to, in my marriage, my husband, when we were married, our sons would cry. We would stop that crying. You used to crying like a little girl. Man up, suck them tears up. Boys don't cry, be tough. We start this, society start this as children. And we install this in our children. And like I said, this suppresses their emotions and carries them into adulthood. So they think all the time, oh, I can't cry. I can express how I feel. I got to be tough. I got to man up. because this is what society has implanted in our men as boys, and it goes into adulthood. Another thing that men struggle with silently is financial and career pressures. Mhm. Men take pride in when they can take care of their family, they have a good career, good income. Men can tie their self worth into their income, into their career success, because they're being the provider. So when they lose their job, or what they thought they was going to help them be a provider, either be a business, when that fails, it can trigger shame and self-doubt. Yes, financial pressure and career pressure, when a man cannot be the provider, it can trigger shame and self doubt. That's why they're struggling with their mental health. It's another thing, relationship strain. We're going to talk about it today. Relationships. Men are often taught to express love through action, through how they do things, and not through talking, not through communicating. So this creates an emotional distance between romantic relationships and even family relationships, if we're going to keep it a buck. And this can lead to, I just want to be alone. I don't even want to be surrounded by people because I don't want to talk or communicate the way I express my love. Or you haven't even been raised to have these type of difficult conversations, or raised to express your love with words. Men have been set aside to show love by actions. So then, like I stated, this could lead to loneliness and them suppressing their feelings. And you start to distance yourself in a relationship, in families, and even friends. Another thing that men silently struggle with, is the lack of safe emotional outlets. Men have very few friends, groups, or people that they talk about their emotional pain to. Let me say that again. Men have very few friends, or group of friends, or people that they talk openly about their emotions. Instead, their emotions get buried, ignored, or redirected in harmful ways. They have a lack of emotional outlets. They don't feel that they have anywhere to go to talk about their emotions. So they bury those emotions. And when you bury those emotions, when you think about burying something, right? You don't want to see it no more. It's gone. So they're doing that with their emotion. They don't feel they have an outlet to express their emotions or talk about emotional pain, any type of emotion. So either it gets buried, like I stated before, or totally ignored, or reflected in harmful ways. Excuse me, y'all. Let me get some water. Another thing that is a silent struggle is trauma and PTSD. If you think about the many men that were in military service, that had to actually go and fight in wars, That could be some PTSD now. If there was some child neglect or child abuse, even being incarcerated, along with racial profiling. Men carry silent trauma that never or often gets addressed. Men have to think about racial profiling, my black and brown, let me say my melanated and brown men especially, every time they walk out that door. I had a friend of mine tell me that. So now he said, sis, because he called me sis, not only do we have the pressures of providing for the family, but every time we walk out that door and get in our car, we are nervous because there could be racial profiling. There could be a brother in the car driving and they're going to pull him over because you fit the profile. You feel what I'm saying? So they have trauma, silent trauma that never gets addressed. They never speak of that. They don't come home and talk to their wife or family and say, man, I was nervous today. Let me say they don't. Most men don't. Because they don't want to put extra stress on the family. They don't want to say, man, my day today, this, that, and ooh, it was rough today. Or I was sad today because I was thinking about something. Or I was in my feelings about something. Especially when you're a provider for yourself, let alone a family. You don't want to stress yourself out even more. So you don't even go talk about it. And your family, you don't want to stress your wife out or your kids out. So you keep these things silent. Another way of silence is in substance abuse. It's used as a mask. Drugs and alcohol become a tool for numbing to suppress the feelings or the thoughts that run in their mind. Here's a statistic again. Nearly 1 in 10 men suffer from some form of substance. Excuse me. This is a sensitive subject for me. I got it. Nearly 1 in 10 men suffer from some form of substance use disorder. They use this as a mask, as a numbing tool to distract them for things that they may have done and feel guilty about the stresses of the world. Like I said, PTSD, just overall emotions, and they mask it with substance abuse. So now that we have discussed the silent struggles that men have, we're going to go and talk about how the effects of untreated mental illness in men. What are some of the effects? But before we do that, I want to share something with you.
I gave you too many chances to understand that pain sounds different when it's coming from a man. We not allowed to feel, be real, explain, express, and when we do, we lose the upper hand. We only have value based on what we can provide. I spoke your love language, you didn't understand mine. You pushed me to the edge, played like you were blind, and then you blamed all of your actions on your zodiac sign.
All right. So like I stated before, I wanted to talk about the effects of untreated mental health in men and the cost of silence. Now, you see, I gave that clip before where it says unaliving oneself for men account for nearly 80% worldwide. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Unaliving yourself as a man is nearly 80% worldwide. This is the silent cost that we're not talking about. Addiction. Over 12 million men in the United States report alcohol misuse. 12 million men in the United States. 12 million men. Let's think about this. So, out of an estimated 340 million people in the United States, 12 million men report alcohol misuse, the silent cause. Anger and violence, represented in emotions where they have an explosive behavior. This could lead to broken homes, legal problems, or abuse patterns. There has been a 20% to 80% increase of anger and violence from untreated mental health in men, the cost of silence. Isolation, where they don't want to be around anybody. Emotional isolation, withdrawal, it leads to failed marriages, strained friendships, and family disconnection. This is what the silent cost of isolation is. 15% of men claim they have no friends or no close friends. This has increased by 20% since 1990. Men like to have emotional withdrawals, isolation. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to be around nobody. So that's going to definitely put a strain on a marriage, especially if you're in a marriage or a relationship, right? You can't be isolated from the ones you love, and even including your family or your friends, because this is going to cost your emotional health. The other thing is physical health, So, chronic stress in men can raise up that blood pressure, which blood pressures cause heart attacks, can cause digestive problems. 51% of men have high blood pressure. 51% of men have high blood pressure. The silent cost of untreated mental health in men. The silence is not strength, it's suffering.
Being a man is what you make it. You can't always live up to expectations. You try to please everybody while you struggle, so you fake it and end up out of balance, compromising situations. As a good man, do what he should, man. I'll give everything he has and do everything he could, man. You might find yourself feeling all alone inside a house you built that you don't recognize as home. And that's what my daddy told me, and I'll tell my son the same. Now that I'm older, I relate and I actually feel his pain. He never cried, he might have lied, but he did not complain. And he said, son, one day you'll have to do the same. I get emotional when I stop and think and I look around beyond the county lines of my small town. I think about all the men out there who feel like I do now, who are screaming on the inside but won't ever make a sound.
Yes, we see these statistics, and it's disheartening. But you might ask yourself, D, what can we do to help these men in our life? Be it your husband, your friend, your children. How can we help? What can we do? Well, first of all, you don't have to be a therapist to have a lifeline. No, you don't. You can do this. You don't have to have a degree to make a difference in someone's life. Sometimes in society, we feel, oh, you need to go get help in therapy, which is fine. But how can women, family, and friends help? How can we help? We can support the men in our life by checking in with them. Something simple as that. How you doing? What's been on your mind lately? I've been thinking about you. You seemed a little off the other day. You want to talk about it? I'm checking on your mental health. How is your mental health today? And then we're going to listen to these men without judgment. So once we get them to open up, we want to be like, oh, well, that you did this and this and that and that. And they start, no. Avoid interrupting and actually listen. This is where we're going to have active listen, women. I'm talking to y'all too, because we have a lot of effect on our young men and our grown men's life. Listen without judgment. That means effective communication, active listening, to listen more than we're talking. So then once we do start talking, asking questions, and we do this without judgment, and we start getting to the root cause of things, if it's something that you feel that you need to offer therapy to them for, go ahead and do that. Let's start normalizing therapy. I know my uncles and my father and them, and growing up, we're not going to go talk to nobody, especially a man. I'm not going to go talk my feelings to somebody. I'm not going to go have a circle of men that I go talk to, but it's okay. We are going to normalize therapy. So we're going to suggest it in a way that it's not for shame, but it's to help their mental health. We're going to validate, affirm their vulnerability. Give them praise emotionally. When they're emotionally honest, say, I appreciate that you expressed those things to me. We're not going to shame it, because that's just going to put them right back where they was. This is why I don't talk to people. This is why I do this. Give them praise for being vulnerable. Acknowledge that they're being vulnerable. You want to create a safe space where they can go into. Come on, you want to go to the park where we can talk? Or let me go in, if you're on the phone, let me go in this other room where it's quiet and I can really understand and hear what you're saying. Create a safe environment where these men can relax, open up, and not be on one. You feel me? Parents, women, teach our boys that it's okay to be emotional. It's okay to cry. It's okay to talk about your feelings. Let's start breaking the generational curse that has been rooted within us. Let's start doing that now. Let's start having conversations with our young men at a young age. Teach the boys it's okay to have feelings of emotions, sad, anger, pain, even happiness. It's okay to talk about your emotions. Break the generational curse. That's how we can help as women, family, and friends. We don't have to be a therapist to be a lifeline.
Look, as a man, they expect you to be strong and someone to lean on no matter what you're dealing with. I just lost a couple friends drugs, and when I woke up in the morning, man, I really wasn't feeling it. But I gotta try to bottle the pain, but when they took my son away, I had to try to find a will to live. Put in 5 whole years at the job, then I got laid off, and the news had me feeling sick. I've been drowning in the deep end. Anybody wanna give me a reason? I don't even try to bother with a social life, cause I would rather be alone on the weekends, chilling with my demons. And I try to suppress the depression and need of a blessing, cause I'm really about to lose it all. Just remember that I try to be a man when you lose me, y'all, and I'm gone.
I can't hide myself. I don't expect you to understand. I just hope I can explain what it's like to be a man.
So, as a man, you might ask yourself, how do I move forward to have a healthy mental health? How do I move forward with that? Well, it starts with healing. Yes, it starts with healing. You know what healing starts with? You speaking up. Speak up, man. You have that voice. Even if your voice shakes and it begins to tremble, speak your peace. Speak up. If you need to, talk to a therapy. Talk to someone that's going to give you support. It's okay to have a circle of men friends and talk about things that are affecting you. It's okay to cry in front of men. If y'all watch The Chi, I don't know if y'all are familiar with the show The Chi. These men meet together every week. Either it's at a place where they just talk and have a drink, or they express things that are going on in their life. They talk and show emotions towards each other as men. And as a woman, that shows they have strength. I applaud the men that take the time to go to therapy, that take the time to look for support, to take the time to talk to people. I salute you. I applaud you. I love you. Talk to a group or find your support system. A lot of men, I know my son does this to help his emotional health, have a routine exercise. When my son was going through some stuff, and both of them going through things, one likes to go fishing, nothing wrong with that for relaxation. And the other one, he'll say, Mom, I'm going to go work out. He does that anyway, but it's like extra energy. It lowers stress and it boosts your mood up. You could do journaling and meditation. Write your thoughts down. Journaling don't just mean it could be a rap, a poem. It could be your thoughts. Meditate. Go in a quiet space. Even if it's 5 minutes a day. This can help with healing. Like I said, take breaks from work or people that are stressing you out. If you have to take a break, let me take a break. Let me take a pause. Purposeful breaks help with healing with mental health issues. Men, find another supportive friend that you could talk to, a man, supportive male that is going to open you up to speak and is willing to give you the truth, willing to support you without judgment, those things that we talk about. Find a friend, a male companion that you can support each other. Because what a lot of people and men don't know, there's a lot of men, a lot of y'all that are going through the same thing. And a lot of men that have overcame things that are willing to talk and share that with you. Whatever your spiritual base is, your faith is, your spirituality is, if you have that, tune in to that. That can help you with your healing. Your spirituality, which I says equals your individuality, can help with your healing with mental health illness. And you don't have to do all these things at once. Just do the next step. Do the right next thing that can help with your mental illness, your mental health, to help it. Those are some things that, man, you could do going forward. Therapy, exercise, journaling, meditation, taking breaks, find the support of another male friend that's going through things and is willing to have open conversation, and your spirituality, whatever that might be. Yes, men, we are here for you to listen. We are here for a shoulder to cry on. We are here for your happiness. Let's because mental health, right? To keep it healthy, we're going to do healthy things too. Take the time. Don't be shameful if you have an emotion of sadness, if you want to cry, if you want to grieve. These are part of life. Have the emotion, have the feeling, talk about it, and then move on. Don't stay in a state of a emotion of grief, sadness, anger. Don't stay in that state. Help your mental health so that you don't have a mental health illness.
I needed somewhere to take my mistakes. I didn't want my family to see me cry. They'll never know I'm carrying all of this weight, dealing with the pressure of trying to provide. No sign of struggle can show on my face. They ask if I'm okay, I just flash them a smile. Fire up that engine to take me away. I'm speeding through emotions with every mile. On that road is where I find my peace. I remember Daddy told me about some times like these. On that road is where my mind's at ease. I keep driving life away, rejecting change. So when I need space, that's where I go.
To the men, I want you to know, strong men seek help too. This is June, your month. Let's talk louder than silence and check in on the men you love. Okay, everybody, women, other men, children, everybody, especially women, because we are the natural, natural nurturers, and we can be an impact. Check on your men. This is their month. So if you need to start doing that this month, go ahead, but we're going to continue to still do that. Y'all feel me? All right, so this is the episode of Daily Dose of D, talking about the word mental health. So we're going to put this mental health month for June. It includes their emotional, physical, and social well-being. It affects how they think, how they feel, and how they act, and how they cope with life. It also helps determine how we handle stress, relate to others. Mm-hmm. Guess what, men and women? Men cry too. Men break down. Men get anxiety. Men feel insecure. Men get abused. Men have emotion. Men have mental illness. It's not unmanly to struggle. So let's support our men. Let's encourage our men. Don't belittle or silence men. Men struggle too. Let's keep that in mind. Happy June Mental Health Month. I hope this helps any man that might be struggling with mental illness, or someone that you know that might have a mental health illness. You can share this out with them. That's what I would like for you to do. You can like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button. It is free, $9.99. You feel me? Anything you would like to discuss, have me discuss on Daily Dose of D, the ships, just the love palace in general, you can hit me at Instagram, Goddess D of Love. Instagram, D Goddess of Love. And TikTok at Goddess D of Love. You hear me, man? I need some water. I'm messing up all my words. With that being said, I hope this encourages you and gives people insight of what June's men's mental health month is. And I'm going to close out because y'all know there's some people out there that want to give these Father's Day's gift, right? They coming up this Sunday. So tap into Shamaki Essential. She got this Father's Day special promo going on. I'm going to share that with you guys now. Peace and love to everyone, especially to those men that have the courage to talk, speak, cry, and have feelings. Goddess Dear Love is here for you. Goddess Dear Love loves you. If you're struggling and you still don't want to get help, know that Goddess Dear Love loves you, okay? Peace and love. Thank you for coming to the Love Palace, and I will see you all real soon.